Welcome back, Camp Renovate. Today we're going to dive into how God made each of us unique and how with our uniqueness we can work together. In the Old Testament, there's some verses that exemplify the importance of working together. In Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 and 10, it says, "Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble." And this shows the importance of working together and being there for each other. No one wants to live life alone. We were designed for community and friends. Just like we talked about in week 1, we were created for each other. And God realized Adam needed a partner, so what did he do? He created Eve. When we look at the uniqueness of instruments, it makes me think of the group Pentatonics. One of their members, Kevin Olusola, started playing a cello, which is a string instrument, at the same time while beatboxing, and watch this, it creates such a unique but cool sound. Take a listen. Isn't that incredible? Two sounds that you wouldn't think sound good together and are completely different actually complemented one another. In the Bible, we see Jesus walking with his friends and the disciples. And I think it's important for us to talk about the disciples as we talk about uniqueness and working together, because the disciples were from all different backgrounds. Some of them couldn't be more different, but that was really important to Jesus, to be surrounded by men that were not the same. The 12 disciples all had different backgrounds, different jobs, and most importantly, were not perfect. Jesus gathered a group of men that were going to do some incredible things for him, but before they met Jesus, they sinned a lot. Now that sounds a lot like us, right, Camp Renovate? In the mix of disciples, we have a few fishermen, Andrew, Peter, James, and John. Even within fishing, they had a variety of jobs and skills. Matthew, one of the disciples, was a tax collector. And in that time in the Bible, he was hated by so many because being a tax collector meant that you were collecting money from people, and then they would sometimes keep some for themselves, so they weren't really liked people. One of the disciples, Judas, was known as a thief in the Bible. Each of the disciples all had their own stories, their own skills, and families. The one thing they all had in common was their love and relationship with Jesus. And that's the same for us. Well, we've all grown up differently, we've seen different things, but the one thing we all have in common is the love for Jesus. That Jesus came to die for us no matter what mistakes we've made. That Jesus created each of you uniquely and perfectly just how he planned. Isn't that special? So instead of looking at someone's differences as a bad thing, we need to look at them as a gift from God, just like you are. When Kevin Olusola from Pentatonics played the cello and beatboxed, those sounds couldn't be any more different, but together they made something that was beautiful, and that's the same for us. We might be different from our neighbors, but working together, it creates something beautiful. And our bottom line today is it's important to use our differences to work together. And I hope you had a great time today, Camp Renovate. I hope this week you go and reach out to those around you that are different and let them know that Jesus loves them and that you love them too. I'll see you guys next time.